Ralph, do you want to start recording?
Yep, just started.
All right. Okay. So does anybody want to give us a recap of what happened last time since it was so long ago?
Obviously, on the planet a.k.a. also planet Dirt.
Well, that's how it's spelled, but it's pronounced dirt.
Right.
The a.k.a. is silent.
No volunteers.
I mean, I can volunteer. It's fine.
Wait.
Ralph's version.
Ralph doesn't want to tell us what happened.
I wouldn't be able to tell you if I tried.
Even
the seeds.
Yeah, even when we play weekly or like multiple times in a week, he can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a
It's
better
your
time when
chance,
it's
Ralph.
weekly.
Well, yeah, but you also still don't remember. You don't retain the information.
True story.
Yeah, and you're the one who posted online too.
Yeah, it's true. True.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Addison.
Well, to go a little bit further back, because apparently some people don't even remember exactly what happened to get us to the lab. So it's like we got to Moonvale, we were hanging out in the giant tree and everything, and then everyone split up and went their separate ways to go like unwind and kind of relax after coming out of the Death Forest. Ozone and Daergram went to the mess hall to go eat, and when they got there, that's when Daergram saw members of his clan who he thought were dead and reunited with them, and then they were drinking and lamenting, and then they found out that, like, I guess that group's, like, grandfather, who I don't remember his name or what his exact profession was, went into the woods to this abandoned lab for some sort of research purposes. And then
Grandfather's the guy's last name was not just called grandfather. His colleague, Daergram's specific colleague, was
so he was the doctor's colleague.
yeah.
Okay.
Daergram was the doctor's colleague. Father is the person who's missing. You know him as grandfather.
Oh, okay.
His name wasn't revealed.
Yeah, and so that was happening. Addison was doing research. Nomenclature was kind of hanging out. Cathixis was training with Bill Furry to be a shadow monk. Then then Ozone hung out with Addison, myself. We did some sleuthing, found out stuff. Then Ozone went to bed and got sucked off by a nymph.
Is that what happened? Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, I remember the sucking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm surprised that the only thing that you remember is the nymph sucking.
I remember like he was trying to get it in and like he was failing hardcore, but I remember it.
No, that's not what happened. He literally touched fingers with the nymph via ET.
He was trying to get it in.
No.
I would remember the thing that never happened.
Yeah, those are the only things that Ralph remembers, are the things that never fucking happened.
It's wonderful.
And we missed playing this. Why?
So he didn't get it in.
No.
Wait,
and
weren't
that
we?
is not-
I remember a shipment coming in and like John's character getting fucked up by some chick.
No.
Am I remembering wrong?
You're remembering a different game, and I didn't get
Yes.
fucked up by her. That was
Krzysztof
That
did.
was
that got
Yeah,
fucked up by
totally
her.
Peter's game. That was totally
Yeah.
the original Peter's game.
Holy shit, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Baron Thayan getting fucked up by my cousin in a company.
Yeah, he was trying to steal Alder's cousin's signet ring, and so she, like, punched him with a magical bracer fist.
Yo,
and sent him
worlds are
flying
colliding.
across
Wait, have we traveled dimensions? Or am I Baron Thayan now?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Please continue, Addison.
So ultimately, we decided to go and to this lab to go help the grandfather guy because this place is Bad News Bears, and we didn't want him to die there. So we went out. We went out to the woods. We went exploring, and then we found the lab, and then we were able to get in. And Cathixis and myself, Addison, were sneaking about, and we saw these creepy little, like, cycloptic kind of lizard men things that were, like, foolishly trying to climb up on top of each other to mess around with this, what we now know to be an immovable rod. And then we decided to attack them. And then we were able to fight them, and Ozone did some cool dust devilry.
I did create.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think that's most of what happened.
yeah. That's pretty much everything. That's pretty much everything. Guys finished the battle. Worth mentioning and worth reminding, Ozone used a spell called Dust Devil, which caused wind to whip up. And when the wind whipped up, the air within the wind started to spark. So,
Oh yes, I remember that I rolled an Arcana check and I crit. And apparently we should not use fire magic in this place.
Yes, I was just about to remind
Yes.
you. For
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
for remembering so much from last session. I think that deserves a reward because it has been a long time and no one else was willing to do it. So take a little bit of initiative.
Hey man,
Not initiative.
Inspiration?
Inspiration, yeah, that.
Ah, yay! Starting off a game with inspiration is wonderful.
what is this bullshit? I named the planet.
Actually, no,
like the
no.
name.
Didn't Benny name it?
Well, he named the planet Dirt. I gave it the actual spelling.
Okay, so then you didn't do it. It was a team effort.
You only get inspiration if I like the name.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, omnipresent God.
Just to refresh memories, you guys are currently on this map. You entered through room 1.
And we're in 3, aren't we?
You're currently in room 3. You just defeated the 5, I believe, cycloptic-looking things, which look like this. I just saw you pictured just now. And now you are in a room where now you're just in the room currently. So, what are you guys doing?
Updating social media to let people know we're playing D&D.
Perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing in this world where no internet exists.
Ozone gets out.
You're a
Galaxy.
person.
Yeah, so I look at the doctor. A little healing would be nice, please.
Are you below half health?
No.
I would like some healing as well.
Luckily for everyone, I haven't used any slots.
Is this metagaming?
Hold on one sec.
You need all my books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since Peter said it first, I'll heal him first.
Oh,
Hey.
perfect. I'm at full health.
That's for Johnny.
Yeah, I'm at next.
Alright, not bad.
You still need
I'm
another
not
one?
at full, but... no, another one would be a waste, because I'm only missing 4 HP now. I'm wrong. I'm only missing 6, but that'll be okay.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do now?
Question: do I still have a good berry from the little plate that I found when we were in Moonvale?
If you have that good berry, would it bring you back up to full health?
No, but it'll bring me one step closer to full health.
What are you currently at?
I'm at 34. My max is 40. I was just asking.
Yeah, fine, sure, take a good berry.
Woohoo! And now I'm not hungry. And you know, Gnomen, I'm always hungry.
Oh, okay.
I fucking gorged the episode prior. I think I'm okay.
You gorge every episode.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You know what's a dirty word? Engorge.
Gorge?
Nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. What are you guys doing?
I said that devolved quickly.
It always does. We've been playing for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been 5 minutes. Haha, engorged.
Krzysztof, did you get your alcohol yet?
So you're in room 3 for that.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to take a long rest.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and do some stealthy things and see if I can sneak up and take a peek into the next room and see what's over there.
Oh.
Wait, we're in room 5, right?
You're in room 3.
3.
Alright, so I'm gonna make sure that Simone is okay.
Okay.
Because the wind was getting kicked around and,
yeah,
feathered friends aren't very good in dust storms.
Yeah, Simone seems very, like, rough and probably a little flustered, but fine otherwise. Kind of, like...
Cathixis rolled a nat 20 on stealth.
Where? Oh, there. Oh, shit.
I am the knight.
Yeah.
I'm like, where? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Exactly, that's how stealthy I am.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
So,
I was gonna ask if he needed help, but I don't even know where he went.
Are you going into that? Are you going into that space, or are you just peeking in?
At this point, you know what? Fuck yes. I'm just waltzing in without a care in the world.
Okay, you see a hallway with a door on the other end that's closed.
Wait, he went into 4?
Yeah.
You don't know where I went.
Well, I'm just asking because that's exactly where I was gonna go.
Yes, it is.
So I have no idea you're in there, and after petting Simone and giving her a little bird seed to try to calm her down, I draw my rapier and start walking, and I step out into the hallway.
But here's my important question, Cathixis. Are you walking on the floor or the ceiling?
Of course, the ceiling.
Ceiling, yeah.
Of course. I just wanted to.
Why was that even a question?
I just want for the audience.
Yeah, of course I'm on the
I
ceiling.
want them to understand that you're walking along the ceiling.
Well, remind them why you're walking along the ceiling.
Because-
It has been some time.
Yes, I have my cloak of Arachnida, and in addition to splooging some webs, which I haven't done yet, I'd rather walk on the walls because that's what a creepy tentacled bro would do.
So
Nightmare fuel.
And Nomenclature, you said you're gonna walk into the room, and what are you doing? Nomenclature?
I think that's
Sorry,
always
all
do.
I heard was, "What are you doing?" You were talking to me?
Oh yeah. I said Nomenclature. You said you're walking into the room too. What are you doing?
Oh, I've got my rapier drawn, and I'm just kind of looking around, slowly proceeding, since we kind of made a bunch of noise, and I imagine things heard, wind buffeting, and creatures being slammed against walls and brutally murdered, so...
On the plus side, though, at least multiple people weren't making thunderous sounds that could be heard over 300 feet away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So both of you see that hallway, which is the hallway that you're currently in. There's not really much going on. There's not really much going on in this hallway. There are a couple of pictures on the wall, which I imagine Vixis is walking across their faces, of just like the busts of, sort of like the busts of two human men.
Would we know who they are?
If you were in the room, you might.
Yeah, I mean, once Gnomenclature just struts on in, I'm just kind of like, all right, and start walking behind him.
I'd like to make a history check to see if I recognize any of these old people faces.
No, they're not old. They're just they're not old. They're just human. So you go ahead and roll.
I got a 13.
13.
Oh, I guess I'll roll in the rolling room.
Oh, should we be doing that?
No, it's here.
That's normally what we do.
No. You can roll in general.
Rolling room is usually for like stats.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So, I would say, they don't really look familiar. They don't really look necessarily familiar to you. You don't get the impression that these are famous historical figures, possibly important to the lab itself, but not necessarily historical figures.
Okay.
Okay. So what now?
I keep it stepping, and I peer around. Is the door at the end open or closed?
Door at the end is closed.
It mysteriously opens.
You try to open it,
Yeah.
it's locked.
So I just hear the door rattling from him trying to open it, but I can't see him.
Correct.
So I jump back. I look back and I go, "Hey, Quinn, there's some fuckery about, and I don't like it."
Cathixis, roll another stealth check.
Bullshit. That was a natural fucking 20.
Yeah, it wasn't natural 20, but you chose to do an action. You chose to do an action that made noise.
Should I make a perception check?
Yep.
Alrighty. There it is. 12. Nope.
You have no idea who it was.
Y'all need to ask me to give you some guidance.
Oh yeah, that would have really helped. The 12 beat the 20.
Yep, your +4, your possible +4 would have done wonders.
Could have been
It's
a
the thought
16.
that counts.
And the 16 would have meant nothing. So I turn around and go back through, I go back into room number 3 and I look at everybody and say, "Hey, so there's a door up here and it's kind of rattling. I don't feel like that."
Yeah, I just rolled a perception. Yeah, I don't see it either, so I just go up, go up to the door and try to inspect it.
Okay, so give me a perception check while you're inspecting the door.
You hear in your mind, this door
17.
will budge.
Damn it. Yeah, okay, so you notice that the door is completely locked. You notice the door is locked. You don't notice what was rattling the door. You do, however, hear a ghostly voice in your mind, creepy voice in your mind, that this door is what could fix this?
Won't budge.
Give me a perception check to see if you recognize the void.
Would that be perception?
Insight?
I'd almost say it was investigation.
I'd say probably insight is probably the best one.
Actually.
Yeah, I think so, because I feel like that's more wisdom based. Just like
I'm fine with either insight, perception, or investigation.
I got a 15.
A 15. And what did you roll? You rolled, what is that? You're doing an insight?
Yeah, that was my insight. I rolled a 15 for my insight.
Alright, so, Cathixis, roll a deception.
But
But what? Your stealth check is supposed to help that?
sure, why not?
Nope.
No. Okay, so you...
Good, because I'm not actually trying to deceive you there.
Okay, good. So Addison was, although you can't see him.
Yeah, so I can't see him, but I recognize that Cathixis is using his, like, mind fuckery.
Yeah.
What kind of fuckery is this?
Okay, so I just roll my eyes, and then I'll proceed to trying to see if I can pick the lock.
Okay. By all means, do so.
Wow, I was about to mix games because I was going to say I prep my thunder cannon.
I got a 15.
Nomenclature would probably call something else his thunder cannon.
No.
Okay.
His penis.
Oh my
Yes.
god. You.
The hammer is my
I
penis.
should have never said that. You. You open the door. The door opens. Well,
Okay.
the door's locked.
What do I see?
Well, are you opening the door?
No, but I was standing with him, and I'm very curious.
Well, no. I'm asking Addison if they're opening the
Oh,
door.
yeah, I'll push the door open, and hopefully Cathixis, and since Nomenclature's so curious, they'll go through.
You know it.
Okay, so you enter a room. You don't enter a room. If you open the door opens from left to right. So the first thing you see in the corner is a hematite trapezoid with a
What a weird name. Sorry.
All right, you're in character.
Hey, Ozone, you're really, really quiet. I
Yeah.
barely heard that.
Yeah? Oh, sorry. This is actually a new headset.
Bump up his user volume. He sounds fine to me.
All right, I will.
Is a hematite trapezoid with a round crystal on the top of it. In front of that trapezoid, as you open the door more, you see two of 4 plush seats. And then if you open the door all the way, do you open the door all the way?
Yeah, I opened it all the way.
So if you open the door all the way to your right, what you see is a floor-to-ceiling pane of glass. Is a floor-to-ceiling pane of glass that allows you to see into an adjacent room, which seems to have a huge glass cylinder laced with cracks across its surface at the center.
A huge what with cracks?
Glass cylinder.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Spooky.
Yeah, within the center of this cylinder in that room is a scintillating mass of distortion and turbulence, about 2.5 feet across.
This is in room 5?
No.
4.
In room 5, we're looking through a glass pane into room 8.
Okay.
Well, you aren't, but I am, and Cathixis is, and maybe Addison, if Addison's looking in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The pane of glass appears to be splattered. The pane of glass that separates the rooms appears to be splattered with some sort of mysterious substance. If you wanted to determine what that substance is, you could roll for it.
I look at it, and I go, it's like some really gross Jackson Pollock in here.
Okay,
Alright,
so that's that's in the room. That's what you see in the room, basically.
Yes. So while this is going on, I'm as a ritual prepping and preparing to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm preparing that, and then I'm going to walk around the room and just sense magic.
Okay.
I got
So
a
what are you guys
14.
doing in the meantime?
I just got a 14 on a nature check for trying to see if I can identify this ooze.
It's blood, gore.
It's blood and gore.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, across not on the same side of the glass as you, on the other side.
On the other side.
Splattered all across it.
I go, hey, should everybody get in here? We kind of got some crazy shit going on.
Okay. What is it?
Do you come into the room?
Yeah. I ask your character that.
I point and say, there's a ton of viscera on the other side of this glass.
Oh,
There's also...
I don't like seeing viscera.
I don't think most do. But what should we do about it? I mean, you're a big, strong dwarf. You want to just break the glass, or do you want to work a way around it?
I don't...
We could
there's
try
a
stealth?
There's a door in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is I didn't finish describing there is a door on the other end of it as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if only someone could cast Shatter on the glass.
I don't think that's how it works.
It is.
I think that's almost exactly right.
That's exactly what Shatter is.
Okay, so are you
I don't
finished
have
casting detect magic?
I guess, yeah, because it takes, I think,
Well,
10
it
minutes.
takes 10 minutes. So while that's happening, I'm going to go plop down on one of those plush seats. They look comfy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. The seats are actually facing the glass. The seats are actually facing the glass, and there is an aisle in between each two seats, which is where the the glass sphere is with the trapezoid.
Yep.
I'm...
That doesn't change my action. I sit down on one of the plush things.
No problem. I just want you to get a better picture of how they're...
I say, anybody mind if it gets a little smoky in here, since we're kind of chilling for a minute?
You can do what you want, but I'm gonna go to that door.
Okay. I plop down, pull out my little Gandalf pipe, and you know the rest.
I do the exact same thing. I go up to the door as well.
The door on the other side of the room?
Yeah,
Yep.
6. Me and Alexander.
Okay, so give me so
Is that actually his name, or did you change it again?
No, that's his name for this setting.
I hate all of you.
My favorite was a Betty's just sigh of disgust. Ugh.
What are you hating?
At Alexander.
Oh my god.
So proud of it.
Alright. So, so what are you doing to the door? Are you you're gonna walk up to it and what?
I'm
gonna
gonna
fuck it.
turn the knob.
You're gonna fuck it. You're gonna turn the knob.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna cast a knock with his dick.
Oh
I am the one who knocks.
Have we established that he can cast magic with his penis?
He cannot cast magic with his
I mean, we established that it's what, like a 1 foot prehensile penis. So.
No, it's more than a foot. It's 13 inches.
Okay, fine. You know, I didn't want to brag, but
I hate you all so
Listen, I feel like you're allowed to be a bit of a braggart when you have a 13-inch dick.
that's prehensile.
Yes,
Oh,
a
wait,
prehensile
wait.
bean.
How did we...
Terrifying.
When did it become prehensile?
I said it in passing because I was
Yeah.
Oh, you fool.
yeah.
Don't forget about the grabber pubes.
The grabber pubes. Can't forget about the grabber pubes.
Oh, so that way your mate can't escape?
Yep.
Well, all I said was that he doesn't have hair; he has tentacles.
It gets all
so he took
the way the Yagarad mate is like the Na'vi from Avatar, except instead of linking their ponytails, they link their grabby pubes.
Anyway.
So you attempt to open the door. The door does
Slowly, of course. Not gonna fling it wide open.
not- the door seems to also be locked.
Okay.
Since I'm a rogue, does that mean I can pick locks?
Do you have thieves' tools?
I have tentacles.
Do you have thieves?
I have a stake.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I have manacles.
Well, question. Wait, Cathexis, you don't have thieves' tools?
According to his character sheet, he has a rapier, a short sword, and a cloak of arachnica.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put all the rest of the gear because I was just so much to type, but no, I don't. Is that...
Okay, so then you may.
Well, I'll give you. I have 2 sets.
But you're concentrating on a spell.
Well, it's like a ritual, so if he's trying to do that, I'll just go in my bag and grab the thieves' tools.
Okay.
I also grabbed one of the immovable rods.
Don't do that.
You know nothing, Jon
I mean,
Snow.
I'm watching you. I still
Fair.
have my bag on me.
Yeah, I grabbed the thieves' tools.
I'll cast guidance on you so you can do your thing with the thieves' tools.
All right, you can keep those, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I've picked up a set in Mockingbird's
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I picked up an extra set in Mockingbird's mansion.
Mm-hmm.
You type
Yeah, so
Oh,
Could you please roll for the?
it's sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
It's a dex check, so you roll your dex modifier plus your proficiency bonus since you have
plus a d4.
Yeah, because I'm a rogue. Okay, so it is.
Well, if you didn't have the thieves' tools, you wouldn't be able to add your proficiency bonus.
But I have the thieves' tools now, so I had my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Be right back. Wow.
Okay, so the door opens.
I'm
The door
gonna
unlocks.
sneakily open it and peer through.
Okay, so in this room, you see what looks like a alchemy lab. There are a number of bioalchemy lab, let's say, because there are a number of specimens contained within jars. And there seem to be a number of vials and ampules in the room as well. So like lining the room on tables. And there is like a bit of a shadow off in the corner, off in the far corner.
Shadow of. I look
Just a
at
shadow.
like a shadow being cast by something, or just a shadow that shouldn't be a shadow in a corner that's in that corner.
Oh, you got a 26
For stealth, yeah.
Oh, that's stealth. Okay.
I'll totally roll perception if you want me to.
Yeah. Okay. So what you notice is the shadow. Within the shadow, there seems to be a single eye looking at you, but it's not moving. It's just watching you.
Okay. I move slightly to the right. Does it follow? Okay, I'm back.
It just watches you.
So it follows where I moved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So much for a 26 stealth.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Oh shit! I forgot about the 26 stealth. I'm sorry, but no, it does not follow you.
All right then, bitch. Okay. In that
It's
case,
probably not the best idea to keep calling your DM a bitch.
I was saying it affectionately.
Yeah, it does not.
Yeah.
Its eye is fixated on the door itself. Notice the door open, but it didn't notice you.
I take a step in.
Hearing the door open, I stand up and say, "Oh, we're moving? Okay." and I pack my stuff up.
It is okay. So you take a step in, no problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, so you're stepping in. Can maybe later. You give me a perception check for the. Are you looking around the room? Actually, this would probably be better for an investigation.
Who is you?
You?
Yeah, I don't
You're
know.
stepping in the room. Do you want to know what's in the room, or
Yeah.
stand in the room and look at it?
Yeah. Okay, so so that perception doesn't okay. Investigation, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
But you could do perception. I'm fine with perception too.
Can I stick with my previous perception?
Yeah, he had a 23
Yeah, that's fine.
entering the room.
So, like I said, you see, on the table closest to you, on the table closest to you, you see a small size jar filled with luminous blue brine. Within this brine, there is a what seems to be some sort of tiny blue
Penis.
this tiny blue-skinned elf is what it seems to be, just kind of suspended in the liquid. It's not moving, its eyes are closed, it's completely stationary. And all around it are a bunch of papers with what look like complex mathematical formulas. Give me either nature or arcana check.
I'm pretty sure they're both the same. They're both the same.
A 17.
Yep.
So you note that the thing in the jar that you see is called a quickling. It
must be quick.
It's a small type of unseelie fae that exists within the Nightlands. It is known for being extremely quick. Shocking. Also on this table are what is it? What table?
Do I know that if I catch a quickling, do I get their pot of gold?
It's not a leprechaun.
Yes, you do know that.
Damn.
It's not a leprechaun.
So what knowledge do I have of this thing? Considering I have, I said, what knowledge do I have of this thing? Considering that I've read the novel To Catch a Quickling.
Well, you don't know he's seen a quickling.
I'm being stupid. This is Peter, not Addison. Sorry.
You lose your inspiration now.
Okay. So by now you should have finished casting your detect magic.
Yeah, and actually, as I step into the room, I'm just gonna go ahead and telepathically say that there is a shadow in their room. Just
What's the range of your telepathy?
30 feet.
Oh yeah, you're far away from me.
So you probably reach.
Who says he's talking to you?
Probably reach Gnomenclature.
It's more that I think anything within range.
I would have gone
Here's
in the
me.
room with him.
Yeah, wasn't Daergram close behind him?
Oh, so wait, so you speak. So it's anything within range.
Communicate mentally with another. Oh, with another creature. Oh no, so I do actually specify.
Okay.
Yes, so in that case, I specify to the people that are behind me that I don't want to kill. Yet.
Okay, so Cathesis, you hear. Give me a. Therapy perception. What's your passive perception is 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear this in Far Speak. You hear the word "friend" with a question mark at it, like he's asking, like something's asking a question. It's like friend.
Yes.
And it's
Question
coming
mark?
it's coming from the shadow in the corner.
Yes. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
And then it just you hear good friend, and then the eye closes, and the eye closes and the shadow gets smaller.
Oh, I made him go flaccid.
Why are you gross?
What?
So Addison, your spell should have finished by now. So
Okay.
So when
Really?
you open your eyes, Waba, when you open your eyes to view the room, everything seems to be like there seems to be sort of volatile mess around, because everything seems to be radiating magic. Not necessarily radiating magic, but there's sort of a haze of magic everywhere. But one thing that is radiating intense magic is that
Stone.
sphere, the sphere itself.
Yeah.
The sphere itself is radiating magic, specifically of the schools of divination and illusion.
Okay. Noted.
Specifically the schools of divination and illusion. More so illusion, but there's some divination magic there as well.
Yeah. This is me, Peter, speaking. I just imagine that it's kind of like it was like entertainment, like almost like watching a movie.
It could be that. What do you do?
So alright, so I'll save that since we see that like looking through, it can be observed from like another side, right?
Say it again.
I said we can see that it looks like it can be observed from another side.
What can?
The sphere.
You can look behind it, sure.
Yeah, so I'll wait to do anything with the sphere or attempt to do that until we get to the other side. I'll walk around the room and see if there's any magical nonsense afoot, and then if there's nothing of note, then I'll follow the rest of the group.
Yeah, no, nothing. Oh, you mean the other side of
the sphere?
Well, the sphere's in the same room with you. How are you going to interact?
Wait, it's in the room. I thought that there was glass separating us.
No, in the glass there's a glass cylinder, and it's all like whipping with weird magic and bullshit.
Yeah, the sphere is in the room. You can't really tell what's going on in the room on the other side of the glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The sphere thing was the hematite thing that you were studying, right?
Yeah. To metagame a little bit, the room reminds you, like you said, of entertainment. It looks like a movie theater.
Yeah, when you said the way the seats were set up and like the aisle, I was like, it sounds like a movie theater.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the sphere and try to see if I can interact with it in any way.
Okay, so what do you do exactly?
I'm gonna try to like observe it, see if there's any sort of like markings on it, like like a power button, essentially.
Well, the trapezoid and the sphere both seem to be smooth, no indication of anything, with no indication of how to operate them.
Mm-hmm. I rolled an Arcana check. I got a 10.
Wait, what is that?
That was an Arcana check, just to stop beating around the bush and just be like, okay, how do I magic this magic thing?
Okay, so an Arcana check. So in your experience, you've seen things. You've seen similar things like this used before for entertainment in Findius. You usually, from what you understand, usually touching it will activate it. Sometimes it could be used to store messages or record things, but usually they're used for entertainment purposes.
All right, I'll touch it.
You what?
I will touch it.
All right. So when you touch it, when you touch the sphere, the room lights up with illusory magic, and the glass pane in front of you, sort of, the gore seems to somewhat disappear, and now it's almost like you're watching something that has previously happened within the room on the other side. And what you see is the orb glows. It casts an illusion on the glass, replaying a scene of what seems to be a sort of summoning gone wrong. You can't see every event that's transpiring, but what you do see is that there is who looks similar to the man in the picture from the previous room, seems to be drawing upon ether from a distorted patch within the glass cylinder. That particular distortion looks much smaller than the one that you saw when you first entered the room.
Question.
Yeah.
I see this, right? Because I was sitting on one of the plush things.
But everyone went into the other room.
No, I said I packed up my stuff when I noticed everybody was moving. I didn't leave.
Everyone who's in the room sees this. So the only one who doesn't is Cathixis, although he most likely noticed like a flash of blue light. For passive perception 17, he noticed a flash of blue light coming from the room you guys are in.
And I recognized the man, right? Because I was looking at those photos before, trying to see if I recognized them.
Yes, you recognize the man.
Okay.
So he seems to be drawing upon ether from this distorted patch of space, which seems smaller than the one you looked at previously, and he's using it to coalesce a dark liquid bowl that's sitting under the distortion. After it fills, he drinks from it, and he collapses sort of out of frame, per se. You see his hand reach up. When you see this, 4 people...
You're coming in and out. You said his hand reached what?
Reaches up and out.
Oh, okay.
4 people run from off frame to come to his aid, and as soon as what you see is the blur of movement as blood and gore fly everywhere, splattering what in the illusion must be the window that is there. The last thing that you see before it turns off is the same man walking slowly into the room you are currently in. You literally see an illusion of the man walk into the room that you're currently go over to the walk over and touch it. When he touches it, touch it again. When he touches it, the entire room goes dark again. All the illusions disappear. Can you guys, Addison and all 3 of you, Addison, Gnomenclature, 4 of you actually, Addison, Gnomenclature, Daergram, and Ozone, roll me perception checks.
$27.
Okay.
25.
Perfect. Daergram? Amazing.
20.
So,
Wow, everybody got 18 or over.
So all of you noticed something very interesting. That at the beginning of this played illusion, the man within the illusion seemed to have normal, straight, human-like teeth. But when he walked into the room, when the illusion of him walked into the room after he drank that liquid, you noticed he has fangs.
He had fangs, you said?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast guidance again.
You're gonna cast guidance again on what?
On myself.
For what?
Preemptively.
Okay. Sure. So
How long does that last?
1 whole minute.
a minute.
any longer.
So, so now what are you guys gonna do?
So
It came
when
with
we,
me, right?
yeah. So when we saw the guy, like there was a picture of him.
There was a picture of him in the previous room.
Yeah, did it have his name on it?
You didn't. You can go double check.
I looked at it. I
Yeah.
would have remembered that.
Yeah,
I mean, it has a frame on it. There's something under it. You didn't really say.
Yeah, I'll go back over to it and read the frame.
Well, I said I was trying to recognize it. So if there was any text, I would have read that to see if it had his name.
Okay,
I was
fair
trying-
enough. You saw the name under it. You saw the name under it. Heaton LaFontaine.
Heaton LaFontaine. So I say that to these guys. Oh, that's Heaton. I just saw his picture in the last room. He must own this laboratory, or maybe he's just a major patron. It seems like a kind of pay-to-play.
No, he was a scientist.
Ah, okay.
He was a scientist here, and according to lore, he was the very first vampire to ever be created.
That's fun.
That's what this lab was. The different scientists and alchemists here were trying to utilize the magical energies here and ultimately create a new life form, and they created vampiricism here.
So wait, you're telling me that my wooden stakes are actually here for a good reason? Yes!
Okay. So what do you guys do?
Pull out my weapon.
Your weapon wasn't always out?
No, I'm just exploring at the moment.
I don't know. When we're exploring, my weapons are always out at this point since we already fought.
That sounds dirty.
Also, just from past experiences, Peter's always said, Peter, regular Peter, you're like, I didn't hear you say you pulled out your weapon. Now you're gonna waste time. So I'm just saying it because you just scared me.
That's when that used to be an actual action in Pathfinder /3.5. In 5th edition, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it became a free action.
Yeah, it's just something you can do whenever.
Old habits die hard now.
Unless you already have, like, a weapon.
It's weird how you remember things like that, Ralph.
I remember rules.
So what are you guys doing now? I'm determined to keep you guys on track.
I guess since we figured out that this is some sort of recording of that, I guess go into the next room where Cathixis is gone.
I put my hand in the container of liquid.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I thought you were about to say give me an intelligence check, so I'm like, is that really necessary with what I'm doing?
Give me an intelligence.
Yep. Oh shit, I actually have a pretty decent one.
Yeah, if your first level was a rogue, then yeah.
Wait, wouldn't you have thieves' tools if your first level was rogue?
You just get proficiency with them.
Yeah, but you...
Yeah, you'd have to buy them.
Okay.
I ain't get time to buy no shit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you did, but...
Herder, I'm a dumbass.
Oh?
Yeah.
You lose 4 points of intelligence.
Oh, I am a dumbass now.
Wait, what was that? Oh, that was you rolling. That was Alt Peter rolling. I thought that was
Oh my god, your intelligence modifier just went down by 2.
Okay, wait. So I'm not allowed to go full retard, right?
Well, no.
Is your intelligence now?
8.
Excuse me, Ozone has an 8 intelligence.
Oh, so I can go full ozone. Okay. I know what to base it on.
That's the limit, though. Don't go past ozone. Because ozone's...
Never
So-
go full ozone.
But I always
So
want
what you notice is that you notice
Whoa.
when you
That was
touch
loud.
this liquid, it seems
My bad.
to affect your mind somehow. You're not exactly sure how though.
at this point, I definitely don't know how anymore.
Yeah, probably
Definitely
less so
don't.
now than
Okay.
would have.
Can we just say that he forgot that happened and he tries to put his hand back in again?
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Oh, please don't.
Like,
Can-
if I forget, I'll do it again.
Well,
Can we
did it feel
do-
good?
Yeah, did it feel good?
It did not
Then
feel
no.
good. It felt
Oh.
like fire burning. It felt like
Oh.
fire burning your brain. It felt like you feel like something that should be there is missing, and you feel a sort of fog in your.
So basically, I remember the images of all these people with me, but I don't actually know their names anymore.
If you only had a brain.
Asia.
I didn't say all of that. So, what are you?
I try to play the video.
You try to replay the video?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you do?
I go to the orb thing,
Mm-hmm.
the hematite trapezoid that became a sphere somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and I finagle.
You finagle?
Is that legal?
Yes.
All right, so how are you finagling? What do you do?
I put my hand on it.
Okay, so when you put your hand on it, light flashes again, and the same image you saw before plays.
Cool. I am furiously scribbling notes about this vampire.
Okay, cool.
Is he dressed in any what we would consider like in modern times? Like, is this something that I would think it looks out of place? Like, it's like the way he's dressed.
No, he's dressed like I would say like a scholar. He's wearing some sort of protective robe. He's wearing some sort of protective robe and leather gloves. He has when he's initially in the room, he has protective goggles on as well. And like he has protective goggles, so he's wearing a lot of protective stuff on. But after he collapses, when he comes up, the goggles are off. There are no more goggles, but he's still wearing a protective robe and gloves, similar to what you would expect an alchemist to wear if he was messing with volatile or dangerous substances.
I draw a very, very crude drawing of him and title it Heaton Langley? What was it?
LaFontaine.
LaFontaine. There you go.
Okay.
I title it Heaton LaFontaine Goes Bitey.
Okay, no problem. Heaton has blonde hair, though. That's Strahd, isn't it?
Yeah, Strahd.
Yeah.